So Deshaun Watson went ahead and talked about the season opener versus the Cincinnati Bengals. And he said, it's going to be fireworks. Let's go ahead and read this article. The Bengals started My bad on that one. The Bengals start the regular season in Cleveland against the Browns on Sunday, September 10th. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has high expectations for his squad going into the matchup. Once September 10th comes around in Cleveland Stadium, it's going to be fireworks, Watson said. The three-time Pro Bowler believes Cleveland's offense should reach another level in the opener. I disagree with that, and this is not me taking a shot at the Cleveland Clowns in any way, but the Browns' offense is actually banged up. Their receiving core is not 100%. It's probably not going to be 100% for this upcoming game in Week 1. Also, Greg Newsome, it looks like he might play, he might not play. That's up in the air. Like, there's a lot of things up in the air for this game for the Cleveland side. So, thankfully, we will have Joe Burrow, but even then, it's going to be really up in the air for their side. Kevin Stefanski is on the edge of wanting to call some things, but there's a lot of things that are going to be very different, Watson said. We have 10 days to get that tuned up and ready to go. That's the plan. Don't hold anything back and let it loose. We want to go out there and have fun doing it. Okay. So he's saying his coach is on the edge of wanting to call some things, but there's a lot of things that are going to look very different. And this Browns offense is going to look different. Based on what I understand, they're going to be using Nick Chubb more as a receiver rather than a pure runner. This is why they got rid of Kareem Hunt, and they were okay with getting rid of Kareem Hunt, was so that they could use, Nick Chubb more in that pass-catching role. And it does make sense because at the end of the day, you want to utilize Nick Chubb as much as humanly possible, as much as you can. But I just don't think this is going to really translate Week 1. And this is not, again, me taking shots at the Browns. It's the fact that I think this offense for the Browns is going to take a little bit to get going. And, last year, Deshaun only played 6 games with them. So it's not like he has this crazy long resume of playing with this offense. And now this offense is changing some. So I think this might take him like 3 or 4 games before he gets to a very capable level. So I would not be surprised if Week 1, especially with how pumped our defense is going to be, how new it is, how fast it is, that we do actually end up not shutting them out, but we don't allow much points at all, and this Browns offense very much struggles. Is it possible that all offense struggles too, and we start off with kind of a slow start? That's possible. It's very possible. And again, the Browns do have a decent defense. Not like they have a bad defense. If Greg Newsome doesn't play, that's going to be really, really good for us. I'll say that. But still, it's going to be a very good back and forth game nonetheless, as long as Browns offense, again, can actually deliver in this game. And I'm not 100% convinced yet that that's going to happen. It's very possible it could. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I don't think it will. Meanwhile, the Bengals are hoping to beat Cleveland in back-to-back games for the first time since 2017. Well, I wouldn't say back-to-back games because, actually, okay, I know what it's saying. It's saying last time we played them, we beat them. Okay, that's why. I thought it meant like season sweep, but no, it means last year we played them, this year we played them, back-to-back games. Since 2017. Yeah, at the end of the day, listen, Cleveland always has our number. That's a fact, right? They know how to play us very, very well. I mean, this is why the AFC North is so tough, because I feel like everyone has each other's number. The Steelers and the Ravens, they have each other's number. They know how to play each other very, very well. The Bengals and the Browns, they know how to play each other very well. The Bengals Steelers, it goes vice versa for every single person in the division. But at the same time, though, this is a new era. This is a new team. So I think this is going to be a really good game. But again, like I said, I still think we're going to win this game. Probably 24-13. Something like that. It really, again, depends on the healthiness of this Browns roster, number one. Number two is if Deshaun Watson can get to that point that they want to this early on in the game. And what I feel like is going to happen is, and just my personal opinion, if Deshaun goes out there in the first half and really struggles, which is, again, very... that's expected in all honesty, let's be honest. 6 games last year, it's expected he might have a slow start. If he does go out there and struggle, there might be some high, what's the word for it? there might be some emotions, right? Where players start getting like, oh, what's going on here? Fans start getting rowdy a little bit, like, whoa, what happened? Why are we starting like this? Why aren't we able to move the ball? And things might get forced, meaning throws might be forced, and that's when we do have a very fast secondary. Turnovers happen. And this happens a lot with new offenses. I'm expecting the same thing with the Ravens, how they have a whole new offense. It's very possible that, again, early in the game, things happen quickly and the game gets out of hand quickly. There's a little bit of different dynamics when you have Joe Burrow and his Bengals offense that have been together for the last, 4 seasons. Nothing has really changed. The offensive line is better, but the receiving core has always been the same pretty much, right? Running back core has always been the same. So it's not like this is a brand new system going into this game. Well, the Browns are still trying to work that new system. So I agree there will be fireworks. It's going to be an interesting game going back and forth, seeing how this ends up turning out. I still think we're going to win in the end. And I think week 18, when we play them, we're not really going to matter because we're already going to have the AFC locked up, AFC and AFC North locked up. So we're not going to really worry about that final game of the season. But you know what? With that being said, it's going to be an interesting game. And shout out to the Browns and Deshaun Watson for saying it's going to be some fireworks. Kevin Stefanski, he's going to need all he can give because guess what? He's about to play the mad scientist Lou and Brian Callahan. Peace out, guys.